So you wanna go to war with me? You're talking like you think you're royalty. You think that I'm afraid, but I don't break. I heard you question my stability. You think I'll fall just like a guillotine, but I am here to stay. Won't look away. The storm is coming, so you better start running. No, you can't control, feel it in my bones. I'm coming for the, coming for the.
All right. Happy Saturday, guys. What's going on? Welcome to the show. Trevor, good evening. Phil for real. Anya, Dallas T, K-Rock's Media Channel. Welcome. Pour yourself a drink. Strap in. We're going to try and do as little work as possible tonight, guys. Although I'm happy to answer your work and stock-related questions. Tonight's about having fun. Have yourself a smoke. Have yourself a drink. Don't drink and drive. Tonight, the challenge you've been waiting for. Brunettes versus reds versus blondes. Tell me right now in the chat who you think is going to win tonight's taste test. 3 Texas beers on tap, not a sponsored event. And the next one we have coming up, I don't know exactly what date it's going to be. Maybe even tomorrow, maybe next week. With Massalorian, we're going to do Austin versus Boston beer tasting. So keep your eye out for that one. Michael says, definitely the Redhead. We're not going to waste any time, guys. We're going to jump right in. As soon as we get 50 viewers here. And let's see what else. I got a new box of smokes here we're going to try. I'm going to show that to you guys. And there was no name on who sent these to me. But I did, by the way, thank you whoever sent this. I signed up at cigarclub.com. I don't think it was from them. I think someone mentioned in the chat they were going to send me a box of cigars. Look how pretty that is. So we're going to smoke up one of these tonight. I got a new humidor. I think, you know, not an expensive one. My other one had a cracked lid from a move many years ago. I've just been hobbling along, making do with that one. But I got a new one that I'm seasoning right over here. You gotta season it to let the cedar wood absorb the appropriate amount of moisture. This one's a little bit nicer. I think it was like $40, but it's got a glass top and a built-in hygrometer right on the front. Just an analog one, not a digital. And my other one, you know, you had to open it to see the humidity level, which kind of defeats the point. So I'm going to get these cigars into that new humidor maybe tomorrow, if it gets fully seasoned in a couple days. By the way, I did sign up, like I said, with cigarclub.com. I'm going to put a link in the chat. That is an affiliate link if you're interested in signing up. I just ordered this is not a paid sponsorship, but it is an affiliate link. They give me like 10% if you buy off of that. I ordered the 10 cigar once a month package from them, and those will be here on Monday. So we'll be able to fill this humidor up by Monday night. G Immortal, what's going on? Owning the float. What's up? Yo boy in the building. Michael says definitely the Redhead. What'd y'all do today? Can anyone guess what I did today? I was on, we were talking AMC versus Ape on a, good Lord, seemed like an epic Discord call for 3-4 hours. I looked up and it was 5 p.m. Let's grab a beer. Feisty Redhead. Blonde Bombshell. Oh, let's do Brunette Bombshell. This is a brown ale hailing out of Mission, Texas. That is down by the border. I thought this was Austin. 5x5 Brewing Company is the name. The term 5x5 was a term used within military forces up through World War II to mean, I understand you perfectly. And as the predecessor to the term loud and clear, or Lima Charlie. It says, brunettes are seen to be the most easygoing, girl next door approachable types, but with a wild side. Our Brunette Bombshell embodies this with its notes of smooth, sweet honey, chocolate, caramel, toffee, and toasted bread. There's also a bite to it at the end with aromas of blueberry, rose blossoms, and citrus. Brunette Bombshell is a great beer for your everyday thirst. Not too sweet, not too bitter. Sounds pretty good. All right, let's crack it. It's definitely got some bite to it right out of the gate. Like it tastes like a brown ale. That chocolate, toffee, toasted bread type. Let's see how it smooths out. It's not bad at all. It's good if you like a brown ale. It's not your typical light beer. Some damn cat hair poking down in my eye. All right. K-Rock says, I would like to try that. Well, I hope you can find it in your area. It took me a while to do the search in all of our aisles for a brunette, blonde, and a redhead with a female on the front of the can. I don't know if y'all can see that. Joseph says, the Bombshell Blonde is my favorite beer ever. Oh, now I'm really excited. That is the one that we're saving for last. Yeah, we had a raging, not a raging, it wasn't even a debate. It was a presentation about what's going to happen with AMC and APE. With the reverse split, the conversion, the arbitrage, and folks were making their case, what they think is going to happen. As you guys probably know, there's a wide variety of opinions about what's going to happen. Nobody knows for sure. We don't even know the dates that everything is going to happen. But like, just to kind of reiterate where I'm at on it, I'm 99% sure the settlement will go through. Obviously I would have preferred no settlement, no wasting money on attorneys and settlement out of our own pocket. We're just paying ourselves, but we're in a settlement process, so I'm pretty sure the settlement's going to go through. The judge will have the hearing on June 29th and 30th. Then she's going to go off to her cabin in the woods and write up this is for AMC versus Allegheny. For anyone who is not tuned in or never been here before, welcome. The judge is going to go to her cabins in the wood and do her written opinion. And typically in the Delaware court, they have up to 90 days to issue a written opinion. Although the judge is well aware that time is of the essence here. So we're hoping, no promises, we're hoping that we'll get a written decision in July. And then, so if that happens, if it's July, you get your reverse split and conversion in July, and then boom, in August, we drop earnings for Q2, which again, we're 6 weeks into the quarter, 6 weeks to go. We're hoping for a positive earnings in Q2. If we can get over about 2.8 billion domestic, I'm thinking it might come in at 3.2 billion domestic, That's all the movie theaters, domestic. If that happens, AMC should be able to eke out a profitable quarter. So sure would be nice to have that reverse split and conversion done before earnings. Then what I think will happen is you might get some momentum up on that good news, and then Adam Aaron will dilute into that. If I was a CEO, that's how I'd do it. I'd want to have some catalyst push the price up. And you guys always know what happens on any stock that runs up. If they're wanting to dilute because they got a balance sheet issue, we see it every week on this channel. Not just, this is not an AMC issue. I mean, this happens in many, many stocks every week. You get a catalyst, your balance sheet screwed up, chapter 2 in the CEO handbook, boom, drop that dilution. So I want you to be thinking about that as you're deciding what you're going to do in this play and what sort of price targets you think things might run. Obviously, the timing of how all that happens will affect exactly what outcome we get. And it's anybody's guess, and there still is legal uncertainty. I'm pretty sure settlement's going to go through, but you never know. And I think that, for the big boys, the ones that are playing the arbitrage, the big ones, they're mostly sitting on the sideline for the next 4 weeks. And because they don't want to just have their money burn in a hole, not doing anything. As we get closer to the hearing date, or maybe even after the hearing, depending on how it goes, you might see that bigger move towards the real arbitrage action. In the meantime, barring whatever happens with the market in general and the debt ceiling and all that, I think that we're just going to see AMC kind of slowly trend down and ape inch its way up. And everybody's kind of waiting for the judge. Free Love says, is it Asahi? Asahi beer is my favorite. I have not tried that. Juicy says, I knew a brunette who could bite. Where's Scarlett? Juicy. Shin Kyoku. Hey, what's going on? I'm doing well. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Come on, YouTube. Come on, internet. Open widget. Yeah, I'm seeing we got an error here. Hopefully we don't lose the stream. Let me see if I can downgrade the... No, I can't change the latency. Please, baby Jesus, do not short our stream tonight. How do you pronounce that beer, Shin? Is it Asahi? Asahi? Diane Guest, thank you. Welcome. Have I ever had Rolling Rock or Killian's Irish Red? Yes, it's been a while for either one, but definitely had both. It's been years, like since we used to go downtown. For sure, Killian's Irish Red at the Irish pub. Rolling Rock is kind of like, if someone has it at a party, I'll drink it. It's not something on my normal rotation of what I buy. Asahi, thank you, frankly. So hopefully that catches you guys up with kind of where my thoughts are on what's going to happen. Everybody has their own ideas, obviously, of what's going to happen with the stocks and the settlement. And so how you play the next 4 to 6 to 8 weeks It may vary. It may vary which stock or stocks that you're in. AMC only, APE only, AMC plus APE, heavy AMC, heavy APE, call options on AMC. We're all on the same team as far as I'm concerned. We're all going to be shareholders of AMC once this is said and done. So if you own any of them, I say cheers to you, friends. We're all on the same team. God love you. No hate for anybody, no division. Whatever you own, whatever quantity you own, welcome. Welcome, and thank you for your support. And may God bless us all with a good Q2. That's all I can say. Go see a movie this weekend. I was looking at the movies that were available in my local area for today, and I want to ask you guys, there is a movie with Ben Affleck that is only showing at one theater in my area, and I don't know if it's any good. I don't even really know that much about it. It is called... I've seen just about everything else that's out there. It's called Hypnotic. Rated R, 90 minutes. Is that any good? There's another one called Love Again, which maybe I'll take the wife to. But she's got babysitting plans for her niece during the day tomorrow, so I'm on my own. I had hoped to wake up today and get 3 videos out for you guys. But I ended up getting, I did some research. I got stuck in the Discord, stuck on a call. Good call. I say stuck, I don't mean in a bad way, but it cut into my video time. But I do want to tell you guys the one stock that I kind of looked into that people are talking about. What the heck was it? Memory bank, searching. This is a stock that is getting pumped right now, not AQST, not BBIG, not BBBYQ. Another failing penny stock. Someone remind me that's in the Discord, or I can just go look for it in our penny stock room, because I posted my thoughts earlier today, and I'll catch you up, all of you, since you did me the honor of showing up tonight. I'll catch you up on what I told them this morning. Not financial advice, just my thoughts. The stock ticker was penny stock room. Where are you? Oh, NVOS. NVOS. Anybody heard of that one? Anybody in NVOS? I'll tell you what. I'll let you answer I'll let you answer if you're in it or not before I drop my DD. Here's the chart on NVOS. Let's zoom out. 332 back in March of last year, now trading at 13 cents, guys. Ooh, this is not the type of chart we like to see on this channel. Going from high to low, under $1, reverse split, incoming, no income, yada, yada, yada. Just ran in the past few weeks from 10 cents to 21, back down to 13. Social media is on fire, saying it's about to run again, guys. The shorts are scared. The shorts are scared. There ain't no damn shorts in this stock. What the hell are we talking about? There ain't no damn shorts in this stock. But you can get a FOMO run up if you play it smart. Anya says, we drank Rollin' Rock years and years ago at Penn State. Free Love says, Asahi Japanese beer. What is that other Japanese beer? The main one. I'm trying to think what we used to drink in Japan, and just about every time we go to a sushi or teppanyaki place. I want to say it starts with a K. Is it Kirin? 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 Sapporo also. Yes. Is Kirin the same as, are those two different beers? I remember all the time, like when I was going through almost every flight to Asia I did, we stopped at the airport in Tokyo, and I was always in business class. And so you'd get to go in the lounge there, and they had, it was free beer, free sushi sometimes, all sorts of free, like, stuffed rolls. What the heck do they stuff them with? Bean paste. It was a lot of good different food. But the beer taps, you basically just pick your glass up, put it there, and push a button, and a little robot does all the shit for you. Good stuff. And when we go to a nice sushi place, I like to get some cold sake. Nuck says, where are the girls? Scarlett is always invited. My wife is always invited. I say, hey, baby, you want to come represent the Redhead tonight? She's like, she's trying to do laundry and cleaning and a bunch of other stuff. She's like, I'm going to look like a crackhead coming on there. What's that other guy that you used to watch every now and then on YouTube? I was like, no, baby, don't go there. Don't go there. Anyways, she's doing housework, so she's probably all not dressed up in her fancy clothes and makeup. So we're just going to let her do her thing. Getting laundry done, changing the sheets. God bless. Love her to death. Mexican Silverback says, stay away from Evil Dead Rise. It's the worst horror movie ever. Really? I did see it. Scarlett and I went to go see it. And I kind of liked it. But, I mean, I got a long history with that franchise going back to the 80s. I thought it was a swell movie. Yes, I'm using the word swell on purpose, but the best part of the movie was my woman and I drinking Jack. I did have 2 beers, Mexican Silverback. That might have swayed my decision. All right, so let's talk MVOS, and let's talk what I said on the Discord this morning. I'm going to be real blunt, guys. Don't let me hurt your feelings if you are in this stock. But I'm going to tell you just like I tell the folks in my Discord, because we call it like it is. My first words, this is a shit company that the pumpers on social media are trying really hard to pump. And all of you pumpers pumping this, I see right through you. And I could name you because it's always the same 5 people, especially you guys on Twitter. And y'all ladies and gentlemen on YouTube, you know who you are. You pump all the shit penny stocks and say they're a short squeeze. Bull fucking shit. You don't understand shit. However, that being said, NVOS did recently close a $70 million non-dilutive promissory note. Their balance sheet is a total train wreck, guys. But they signed a promissory note from a lender, which is not convertible. So they have a major need for cash, but they just got $70 million bucks. So the dilution is pretty much over. I mean, there were people tweeting 2 days ago that the float on this stock was 25 million. And what is it really? Because they weren't reading what? The filings. Yes, if you read the filings, you would know what the float was. It was recently updated to 125 million, but people were going off a Webull, Yahoo, It's only 25 million. This is the best play ever. How many times do we see this bullshit from these people that don't read the filings? All the time. Every week we see this. You got to read the filings. They updated in the latest 10K the float because they have been diluting. It's 125 million. But the good news, despite their bad balance sheet, they got that non-dilutive promissory note, 70 million. That'll get them through at least the next year. So we don't have to worry about dilution, even though it's a shit company. What else did I say besides I called the people tweeting about 25 million float goofballs. You know, that's my favorite word for people that don't do DD, don't read financials. There is some overhead supply, what we call on our channel, chalk eaters, also known as bag holders. overhead supply at 18 to 20 cents based on this recent run up. So you got to be careful with this one. It's not like a slam dunk. If you get in at 13, 10 cents, 13, wherever it drops down to here, you might get a bounce because it's being pumped hard on social media, StockTwits, Twitter, everywhere, YouTube. It might be a safe play. Not financial advice. This is a shit company. This is a gamble. But if you get in at 10 cents, you could get another run to 20 based on the pump. It could also drop to 5 cents. Not much good going on with this company in the short term. In the short term. If you want to hold it for a year or two, who knows? So what I said I'm doing and what I did was I set an alert. If it drops below 11 cents, it'll notify me. So I can keep a closer eye on it. I don't really want to buy it at 13. But I also set another alert for momentum in pre-market or in market hours if it starts moving up 10%. If it moves up 10%, I'll get an alert. And then I can go look at it and say, all right, are we flying? If we're flying, I'll jump in. I'll ride that baby for a couple hours. Upside for me, listen, believe nobody's price targets. There's literally people saying $20 on this stock. I'd be happy if I got in at 10 cents and got out at 90. Woo, Nelly. But I certainly wouldn't be putting a lot of money in this. It's just she's a little side chick. You don't want to spend a lot of money on that date. You know what I mean? All right. Enough about MVOS. $17.96. Patriot in the house says, my great granddad's favorite beer in the world was Rollin' Rock. The little green bottles. Yes, sir. Bell Biv DeVoe, what's up? For an extra fee, those robots do. Happy innings. I never saw that in the premium lounge there. And where was it? Was it Narita Airport? I think that's the one we went to. You know, one time I used to go through there every 2 weeks or so. One time, I might have been drinking. How were you drinking before security, Tony? Don't even ask me. It's all a haze at this point. But I had my suitcase, my carry-on, and my laptop bag. Back then, yeah, our laptops were so big, we had laptop bags. And I went through security, grabbed my little carry-on bag, left the laptop bag, went a mile down the road, down the way, up a couple levels up to the premium lounge, sat down and realized that my laptop bag was missing. Because normally we have a layover waiting for our flight back to either San Jose or Dallas on American. We'd just log in and use the Wi-Fi and catch up on emails. Realized I didn't have my laptop bag. Holy shit. I left it at fucking security on that little roll x-ray machine. And I was just about to get up and run all the way back down there, sure as anything that my shit had been stolen. And here comes my coworker. What the hell was her name? Forget her name. Blonde chick. Anyways, she's like, oh, here's your laptop. I was like, how did they give you my laptop? She's like, I just told them I know you. I was like, wow, these are really trusting people. I didn't have to do the long run, and they gave her my laptop, and it didn't get stolen. Woo! Urban Ape says, duck the pumpers, let's lock the float. Yes, let's lock that float. It's only 100. It's 13 cents, 125 million. We can do it. I saw one of the pumpers saying, I just got off a phone call with some buddies that have the float locked up. I'm like, okay, buddy. I've seen you say that on GTII and other stocks. Just got off the phone with some friends that have the float locked up. Ain't shit happened since all your yapping on GTII, Mr. I don't want to say his name, but y'all know who I'm talking about. I don't believe none of these damn penny stock pumpers. Can I look at bio or Anya? I can look at it, but it's going to hurt. That's like Dracula looking at the sun, Anya. Michael 1 says, Tony, I believe I've watched every AMC settlement video of yours trying to understand what to do. If no letter is written or sent, are we still included in settlement? Absolutely. Yes. So just to catch up, if you didn't get my tweet or my community tab post on YouTube today, I went into the judge's letter from May 1st and just gave you guys a quick summary of the timeline, because I know some of you are concerned you haven't got your postcard yet. Let me just recap that real quick, because that's some good DD. Whoop. Excuse me. Bless you. Hey, baby, can you turn down the AC like 2 degrees? I'm sweating like a whore in church. Thank you. She said no. Thank you. The timeline, May 1st, the judge put out the notice. May 5th was the date. Now, guys, I want to be very clear with you. I know a lot of people think AMC is going to sandbag this whole share count, shareholder notice thing. AMC is not sending you a postcard. Can we get that straight? Your broker is not sending you a postcard. There is an independent entity that's in charge of settlements. I forget the name of it. It's in my tweet. It's in my community tab. There's an independent agency that is in charge of this. So for all the clickbait division creator bots out there saying AMC is going to sandbag, they don't want you to know the count. AMC is not involved in this, not one little bit. Let's just get that straight. If you don't believe me, go read the judge's letter, page 8, paragraphs 14 through 16. This entity, sorry, I forgot the name, even though I typed it 3 times today. By May 5th, May 6th, they had to contact all these shareholders of record. What does that mean? Anybody registered at ComputerShare. What does that mean? About 10,000 of you, plus all the brokers, right? All the brokers are registered as the shareholders. You guys, you and me, we're the beneficial owners. The shares aren't in our name if you have it at a broker. If you're direct registered, it's in your name. You probably already got your postcard. So May 6th was the date. This separate independent agency writes to all the brokers. And if you were an individual with DRS, they just sent you your postcard. Brokers, they said, hey, we need every beneficial holder. Every beneficial holder. We need their name and address and their email if you got it. By May, within 5 days of receiving that back from each broker, and remember, brokers have different time frames of responding, but I imagine that they probably all responded pretty quick. Within 5 business days of that, which was May 15th. Check both locks, babe. One of them's probably locked. Stand by. She needs me to open a door. Never mind. She got it. She got it. She got it. All right. The lock was stuck. We got a sticky lock. Quit yelling, please. Thank you. Anyways, May 15th, Monday, is the final date that this entity has to send your postcards. You don't have to worry about AMC sandbagging you, please. Your broker's not sending you an email or a postcard. This independent company is. Strategic Claim Services, Urban Ape, thank you. There's so much fucking conspiracy bullshit going on. They don't want you to know the share count. Blah, blah, blah. AMC don't got jack shit to do with this. And if you read the damn briefs and letters, you'd already know that. But you probably did, and you just like the clickbait and the views, and you like creating division, or just like maybe everything else, you just don't read anything, so you just have questions. It's easier to have conspiracies if you don't read anything, right? The reason I'm so calm is because I try to read things, briefs, letters, financial statements. Gosh, man, life is so easy when you get informed. If your videos start out with, I just heard this from a friend and I want to know what y'all think. I haven't done my DD, but I just wanted to get this out there. You are fucking causing FUD, sir and madams. There's no space in this. There's no place in this space for that nonsense. You're creating problems. You're creating angst. You're creating emotional damage in people. Emotional damage. Don't do that to people. Why don't y'all just read before you make a video? Anyways, May 15th is the last day, Monday, that postcards should be sent. So if you haven't got it yet, you should within a couple days. Europe and international. I don't know. A lot of y'all got contract for difference brokers. You might not even own real shares. You might own derivative products. I can't say for every international broker. If you're going to get a postcard, call your broker and ask them, do you really own the shares? Or do I have contracts for difference? Because when I was talking to people about the vote, I found out a lot of people that were writing me didn't know that they had CFD brokers in Europe. So that's something to ask your broker. Contract for difference means you're never going to get the vote. You're never going to get anything because you own basically, let's just call it an option. It's not really an option. It's a contract for difference. It's a derivative. Nuck says, who's the new guy pumping AMC and Mullen? I don't know, guys, but I want you to, if anyone you see is pumping Mullen, I want you to run the fuck away from those channels. You can't trust anyone who's pumping Mullen and saying that it's a good fundamental play. It is a fucking train wreck. They're probably going bankrupt. And if they think that AMC is a conspiracy and they think Mullen's a great investment, well, you already know they're kind of like fucked in the head. You got to question anybody who's pumping Mullen. Anybody. That means they've done zero. If their financial analysis stops at it's really cheap, they have pretty cars, you are going to lose your money listening to that channel. Guarantee it. But Tony Reddit says, yeah. I did buy some Mullen after waiting 2 years. I told you I'd buy it if it dropped under a quarter. I bought $10 worth at a quarter. I bought a little bit more at 10 cents. Guys, I bought it at fucking 10 cents and I'm down 50%. Now, I'm smart enough not to invest more than about $50 in Mullen. So don't cry for me, Argentina. I know how to scale my risk. I know that anything I put in Mullen probably going into the dirt for a dirt nap. You're not going to catch me ever telling you to buy Mullen or ever putting any money that I'm not willing to burn with a match. But hey, if Mr. Lawrence Harge comes through, then yeah, maybe Mullen can do something. Otherwise your money in Mullen's going for a dirt nap, ladies and gentlemen. Just a matter of time. There is zero, zilch, nada, no good fundamental reason to buy Mullen. Even if they delivered 1,000 vans, even if they delivered 5,000 vans, they're going to lose hundreds of millions of dollars. And they're going to keep diluting. And guess what? I had to go in and have a friendly chat with some people on Weeble, the Weeble comments. I think that the authorized shares got divided by 25, so he can't dilute 5 billion anymore. Oh, the fuck he can't. Look, guys, when there's a reverse split on Mullen or any stock, The authorized shares does not reverse split, just the outstanding issued shares. So the Mullen float dropped, but Mr. Mishery's got 5 billion shares to work with. And he needs some money. He needs some money. He needs some money like a stripper on May 30th and rent's due in 2 days. Tammy says, Tony, your camera keeps trying to focus on the art things behind you. All right, well, we got weapons and we got a lamp and we got art. That's probably because I'm sitting too close. Sorry about that, Tammy. Let me scoot back. See if that helps. All right, we're gonna go. We're gonna light one of these up. The Tradesman Apprentice from Doom It Cigar. Shout out and fucking thank you to whoever sent this box. Whether it was one of you guys or cigarclub.com, whoever the fuck sent it. Beautiful timing. Oh, and this is so nicely humidified too from the box. If you missed the video clip, well, I didn't show you my new humidor, but I got a new humidor that is seasoning. That should be ready for the rest of these babies tomorrow. Let's see what else we got in the chat. Tony loves redheads, Grandpa Barney. Booyah. Scarlett? Yeah. Do I love redheads? Yeah. Yeah, she says. Well, only me. Only her, she says. This is a fact. Funny story, and Scarlett knows this story. Huh? Yeah, that I only love you?
Yeah, only me. I said
sorry all the other redheaded ladies?
Sorry to all
Yeah. How many redheads was I dating when I met you? None?
That's why you don't know how to...
You got a short memory, girl. Well, we don't need to talk about that. She's blocked it out. It's a good thing. You're the only one that matters, baby. All right. Speaking of feisty redheads, this is our next beer. HopFusion Ale Works Feisty Redhead out of Fort Worth, Texas, huh?
Question is, can you handle feisty redhead? Not really.
The question is, can I handle a feisty redhead? I can handle you just fine. Go have a drink and do some laundry. I said, go have a drink and do some laundry. I love you. All right. I like your outfit, by the way. It was 4. 4 of them. What do we got here? Our popular feisty redhead Hibiscus Cherry Blonde. Our popular ale has orange blossom, honey, raw piloncillo. What the fuck is that? Piloncillo? And pure Mexican vanilla, aged on hibiscus and cherries for a new twist on the original feisty redhead we all know and love. At least one. Yeah, she's out of the room now. I was dating 4 redheads around the time I met her. One was a tango dancer in Florida, just north of Miami. And 2 in Austin. And Scarlett knows exactly who one of those 2 is. I don't know if she knows about the other 2, but it don't matter. We've been together 7 years, so. Never dated 1 in my entire life. All of a sudden, I'm dating 4. Kevin says, never argue with the ginger. It never works out. Yeah. Belle Biv DeVoe said, make Tony a sandwich, too. Yeah, I already ate. I learned my lesson after Monday, guys. do not fucking do a live stream if shots and beer are involved on an empty stomach. I had to delete that motherfucker because I don't even know how it ended. I'm going to be honest. I don't like watching my live streams. I never watch my live streams on replay. I don't know how it fucking ended, but I bet it was sloppy. Brian, thank you, says, what do you think about having 2,200 shares of UVXY at an average of 423 a share? Hang on for a second, Brian. Let me pull it up. UVXY. Oh, the Ultra VIX. Oh, well, first of all, Brian, I'm going to be quite honest. I don't trade the VIX. I will on occasion trade indexes. Is this I'm assuming this is a leveraged ETF, right? As I recall, UVXY. Yeah, a 1.5x ETF. All right. So first of all, I hope you guys know, and many people I talk to don't know, if you're trading a leveraged ETF, most of them have a daily reset, and these are designed for day trades only. So first of all, do you understand that? Do you understand that it's designed for day traders, not for overnight holds, not for week-long holds? And do you know what a daily reset is? If not, I probably saved you a lot of money, and that was the best $20 you ever spent, Brian. Tony CB says, Tony, must try Haas by Great Divide Brewery. That sounds like, I mean, I like the name. Sounds very Texan. Haas by Great Divide. All right. In our Total Wine and More store right up the street from me, there are literally 1,000 different beers you can buy by the can. All right. I'm going to look for that one. I'm assuming Great Divide's a Colorado brewery or something. Yep, I nailed it. Denver, Colorado. All right, I will keep an eye out for it. We've got the Austin versus Boston, and then I'm going to be going back to the store and look for whatever is next. If you guys got ideas for the next beer tasting, let me know. Let's get into this HopFusion Redhead. Let's dive into the Redhead. Woo. Oh, that is tangy. That is tangy. Woo. Well, that is something else. You have never tasted a beer like this. You've never had a beer till you've had a Feisty Redhead. I'm going to say that first off. Hibiscus cherry. Woo. It's like that. It's like this beer wants to fight you. It's got a little attitude. But it's sweet at the same time. Anya says, Tony, shouldn't those guns be locked up? They're no good locked up, Anya. I ain't got no little kids. In fact, that shotgun right over there has got a band on it with shells ready to go. The AR-15 on this side is not loaded, but I have boxes of ammo strategically clips strategically placed around the house. You know, you got your front door clip, you got your fallback clip, and you got your place of last resort clip. And same with the shotgun shells, even though I'm pretty sure 1 or 2 shotgun blasts and the game is over. All right, let's light this bitch up. Doom It Cigars. Now that, my friends, probably one of the best damn cigars I've had since I've been doing this. I'm not lying. This reminds me of when you ask the pit boss at the craps table to have the cigar girl go bring you one of their finest cigars. This is a pretty damn good cigar. Sorry, magazine. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I know. It's like you're at the Alamo on you, Seth. One of my friends used to work at the Gun Counter Academy. He's like, Tony, a lot of people come in and they try and buy guns and they don't even know the first thing about guns. And I tell them, for them, just buy a baseball bat. Are you calling me? Oh, sound like she's calling the dog. I can't hear her because of, my producer talking in my ear. Because these earphones to hear the sound effects. Nobody's talking in my ear. I just say that for the well, you know who I'm talking about. The people that like to watch this channel for their content. Welcome, guys. Welcome, clowns and trolls. We love you. You guys, if it wasn't for this show, half the fucking YouTubers out there wouldn't have shit to talk about. $17.96 says, just for grins and giggles, I would love to see a pop a blaze sometime. Yeah, we could probably do that. I don't know. I don't know with the direction I see this channel going in the next decade, if I need to have that on the record. Maybe if we do it as a auto delete live stream, maybe we'll just do it in the Discord. $17.96. A lot of people think I'm not going to be around after AMC. Surprise, motherfuckers. You have no idea. We're just getting started. Anyways, Mr. Patriot, just come to Texas. We'll blaze one up together in real life. Is it true that smoking a whole cigar in one sitting will kill you? Negative. Al Fuente, Silent Solitude, says that is his favorite. I like a good Al Fuente. George Triple Sev, what's up? I do not have an AK. I don't. Would I consider ever adding one? Yeah, the ammo's cheaper. I would consider it, but I'm not trying to create a huge gun collection. I got my AR. I've got my close range home defense, the short barrel shotgun. And the next thing I'm going to buy is a pistol. I don't know. What are y'all pistol folks or revolver folks? They have their pros and cons, obviously. I'm leaning more towards a Glock or something like that. They're fucking fun to shoot. I've shot them many times, both in military training and and a variety of other events. It's Texas, y'all. Have you ever have you ever been in the basement of that one? You are a Pee Wee Herman fan, aren't you, Anya? I probably did snort, Grandpa. Juicy says Al from frickin' Boston in his letters. Let's talk about Al for a second, guys. He's been on a letter writing frenzy. Our second-year law student from Boston. I said in the Discord a couple days ago, all right, this is just fun talk. I have no idea, but fun talk. He's asking for a lot of stuff. He's asking for a lot of stuff. And the judge and the special master have mostly turned him down. However, he has one letter pending, one last grasp to stay relevant. And he asked to get full access to all the discovery. 55,000 pages Mr. Prosay from Boston wants to take a look at. Mr. Al, with no attorney, wants to read through 55,000 pages. And not only that, he wants to depose Citigroup, the DTCC, Adam Aaron, the entire board, every executive, previous, past, future, and their second-born sons. He wants to depose everybody. I'd like to depose everybody, Your Honor. On what grounds? On the grounds of emotional damage. I think, look, the judge has asked the counsel from both the plaintiff and the defendant to provide an answer by Monday the 15th. If this is, if they're down with this. Are you down with that, babies? Allegheny, are you down with that? AMC, are you down with that? I don't know. I can't tell you how it's going to turn out. At least she gave him the decency of 2 days. 2 days to think about it. 2 business days, Friday and Monday. Yes, baby. I did feed Bella, yes. So, if Al exhausts his chances by Monday, if they come back with a not only no, but hell nah. If they come back with a no on Monday, I sure hope he reads the room. Al, from me to you, read the room, bro. You're gonna be censured, not censored, censured by the court. You're gonna be reprimanded for wasting the court's time. Now, on the other hand, Al, if they give you the discovery and the ability to depose, even though you don't have an attorney, hey, knock yourself out. Find something good for us. If you can find something that a team of some of the best high-dollar attorneys that are intimately familiar with Delaware courts couldn't find, if you can find it, Al, let us know. I'm down for that. If somebody's doing shenanigans and you can find it, Al, I want to know too. I want to know, bro. No hate against Al. I don't know if Allegheny's sandbagging retail just to get $20 million. I don't fucking know. But I know that their lawsuit was a kindergarten lawsuit. They were never going to win from day one. Said it from day one, still saying it. Never was gonna go anywhere. And everybody's starting to see that and realize it now. I see the videos. We got sandbagged. They should have never filed this in the first place. Damn straight. That's what Tony DeNaro said from day one. Kindergarten fucking lawsuit. Doc Zeno in the house. What's up, Doc Zeno? We are partying. Yes. Doc Zeno, we already kicked the brunette out. We have moved on to the redhead, and we are saving the blonde for last, if you know what I mean. George, I've read that in many a gun magazine that the AK is pretty, you can throw sand in it, throw water in it. You can do just about damn anything to an AK and it will still fire. But I ain't rolling around in those sand pits in Texas. I'm in my house. I might be in my car. And, you know, if I bought an AK, Georgia, it'd just be for fun. Just another ape in the house. What's up, Steven? Steven's sick, guys. Send him a blessing. Send him your healing powers. Tell baby Jesus to please let Super Steven get well soon. We need some more good fact-based soldiers on our side. We don't need no division. We don't need no clickbait. We don't need no people that don't know how to read, don't want to read tweets and financial statements. We need people like Super Steven, just another ape, to preach the good word, to preach to the folks about paying attention. Guys, tweets, fuck tweets. What anybody says, fuck that. All the Bible you need is right in the 10 Qs, the 10 Ks, and the 8 Ks. If you make a habit of reading those, you will know everything you need to know about any company. CEOs will lie to you on a daily basis on Twitter. I see it all the time. I'm not just in one stock. I see CEOs lying on the daily, sometimes on the hour. Don't make me go down the list. If you're wasting your time trying to trust or decode tweets, you already lost the game, my friends. That's why we don't do that on this channel. Never have, never will. CB wants to see a blonde on top of the redhead. We can arrange that. Let me do that for you right now. Whoops. I'm gonna burn my fucking keyboard pad here. Woo! X-rated. YouTube, don't block me. Blonde on top of the red. Woo! All right. Getting kind of silly. Remember that night I caught my microphone on fire? Who was here for that? Raise your hand in the chat if you were here when I lit my microphone on fire. I was like, shh. I want to know from you guys, because this has been a hotbed of contention over the past couple days. These bot accounts on Twitter want you to think that Adam Aaron just made a secret tape in the airport of Kansas City 1 month ago, and he told kind-hearted, good-hearted Robert, bless his soul. I like Robert. He was on the show. Robert, thank you for, first of all, for having the balls to make that tape. I think that was important information for people to hear. It's a wake-up call, Robert. And it's sad that people are just now waking up. But Adam Aaron told Robert he doesn't believe in synthetic shares, that we're kidding ourselves. Now, I want to take you guys back to July and August of 2022 to the tweet and the community post that I just made on Friday, where Adam Aaron says, I want to say this very slowly for the people in the back. We have no evidence of synthetic shares. Now, for me, just being a dumb redneck in Texas, that's a pretty clear message. We have no evidence of synthetic shares. Now, I know 80% of you understood that message. If you read that message in 2022 and thought that Adam Aaron believed in synthetic shares, raise your hand in the chat. If you saw those tweets in 2022 and believed that Adam Aaron does not believe in synthetic shares, give me a fucking rocket in the chat. I want to know what you guys think. Because people are out there saying Tony DeNaro is lying to you. Adam Aaron never said there were no synthetics. I'm saying you guys don't know how to read tweets. Or you're lying to yourself for the last year. He's been very, very clear for well over a year that he does not believe in synthetics. If you think he said that back in 2022, give me a rocket emoji in the chat. If you think he was saying I believe in synthetics when he sent those tweets out. Give me a thumbs down in the chat. I just don't understand, guys, how people are making daily videos and daily tweets saying Adam Aaron all of a sudden revealed that he doesn't believe in synthetics. Like, wake the fuck up. You guys have been asleep at the wheel for a year. He told you that in 2022, probably before that. But I get it. It's good for views. It's good for clicks. It's good for creating division. It's good for angering everybody that loves your channel. That's what you're trying to do. I get it. I know why you're doing it. Just make Adam Aaron seem like the enemy. All of a sudden, he doesn't believe in synthetics. No, my friends. He's not believed in synthetics for a year or more. But you know what? I didn't get in this play for what Adam Aaron thinks. That's why I don't fucking care. That's why I am zen as fuck. I'm not in this play for what Adam Arno thinks. I'm in it for what I see, what I know. What he says, what he thinks is irrelevant to me. Well, how do I know? I don't know about you. The only thing I care about is what I see and what I know. Let's talk about the DTCC, Belle Biv DeVoe, one more time for those who haven't been on the last two live streams. We need a share count. Why won't Adam Aaron sue the DTCC? Why won't Adam Aaron hire West Christian? I'm gonna drop a bomb on some of you motherfuckers that have not tuned in for the last couple live streams. Let's stand up for this, because it's about time to have to preach. Gonna have to preach on some motherfuckers. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I just want you to know, you can't handle the truth. You can't handle what I'm about to tell you. Did you know that an attorney back in 2008 sued the DTCC? For what, Tony? For what? What did he sue him for, Tony? Naked shorts, share lending, FTDs, rehypothecation. What happened, Tony? What do y'all think happened to that case? 2008. Who do you think the attorney was that sued the DTCC? I'll give you one guess. You already fucking know who it was. And how do you think that case turned out, guys? I'm here to tell you, I have the evidence. I have the case number. I've read the brief. Dismissed with prejudice. West Christian lost a case in 2008 against the DTCC for naked shorts, share lending, and FTDs. That is why everything West Christian is doing right now is not going to go any fucking where. That is why Adam Arno is not suing the DTCC. That is why Adam Arno is not asking for a share count. Adam Aaron provides the share count. The only thing that is a share count is what AMC counts as legally issued shares. You want them to sue the DTCC? Sorry, the precedent was set when West Christian lost the case in 2008. I read the damn file. I've got the case. I haven't released the video because I would be crucified as hating retail. But I will release it at the right moment. Dismissed with prejudice. Why? Number one, because just like FINRA, the DTCC, you can't fucking sue them as a self-regulatory organization. Number two, the judge, FINRA, DTCC asserted and the judge agreed The DTCC is operating within SEC guidelines. That fucking sucks for us. I get it. The criminality is legalized and it's in the system, and there ain't jack shit we can do about it. Know the fucking field you are playing on. But I'm just telling you guys this, so when you hear someone complaining about Adam Arno won't sue the DTCC, Adam Arno won't ask for a share count, he fucking knows what happened in 2008, guys. He knows what happened with West Christian losing that case. So all these people yapping, da 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 da, they don't know what I know because nobody will release the fucking files. I've asked for it. It took me 5 months to fucking find this shit. Found it about 2 weeks ago. I understand that's disappointing. I'm disappointed too. I really was hoping until I found that file. I really was hoping that all these companies wasting $50,000 each on West Christian had a shot. They ain't got a shot in hell of finding jack shit. They just threw away $50,000 and they bilked you into getting excited and running their stock up so their big money investors could dump convertible shares on you, and then all the prices crash back down. Finger, GTII, Cosmos, Genius, they all dunked on retail. And it ain't going to stop there. You guys are going to keep on getting dunked on if you believe this nonsense. Doesn't mean they're wrong. Doesn't mean that there's not synthetic shares. Doesn't mean that FTDs aren't being manipulated. Doesn't mean there's not excessive rehypothecation. We know there's synthetic shares. I know there's synthetic shares. Tony DeNaro always says he doesn't believe in synthetic shares. Bro, bullshit. I've never said that. I'm saying you're not going to win any case on DTCC. There have been numerous incidents of companies that have overvotes on a proxy vote. How does that happen? Synthetic shares. Now they tidy it up. They go tell the brokers, you cast you cast too many votes. You need to fix it and resubmit. Not on AMC. AMC can't even get 40% of retail to show up. If there's 4 billion shares out there, why can't we get more than 187 million to show up and vote? Don't tell me no one got their proxy. Guys, if 50% of you got your proxy, you should have 2 billion votes, right? If there's 4 billion synthetic shares out there, come on, wake the fuck up. The vote was rigged. No, I'm sorry, my friends. The vote is counted by an independent company. The independent company is compromised. All right, guys, if everything is compromised, what the fuck are we doing? Honestly. If you think everything is compromised, why are you even wasting it? Just go to the racetracks. Go to Vegas. You're just like admitting to yourself you can never win if you think everything is compromised. Patriot says that was, or Bill A says that was 15 years ago. They need to look at it again. My friend, in all like sincerity, and I mean this in the nicest way, precedent matters. Precedent. You know what happens when a judge makes a ruling? They look for previous rulings and they say this was already decided, and that's done. Unless you can present some new evidence. The DTCC already said you fucking can't sue us, and everything we're doing is sanctioned by the SEC. Like, how are you going to get evidence to overcome that? They didn't say you're wrong. They said we're complying with regulations. It's sad. I get it. It's frustrating. I get it. It's maybe even a tacit admission. I get it. That's why I'm in this fucking play with you. Because I think there's synthetics and the float is oversold. But please, I'm just saying, if you wonder why I'm not badgering Adam Aaron, why I'm not making 5 videos a day calling him a crook, because I understand reality. That's all. I'm just a very black and white. It's one or the other. The precedent's set. Adam's not going to waste his time chasing after, tilting windmills. He's going to focus on the fundamentals, the thing that we know will get shorts out of the play. I'm okay with that. So hate me for that. If I'm okay with fundamentals, you can hate me all you want. Most of y'all that hate me for that are already blocked, and I don't care. You're never going to be someone that likes this channel. But for those of the rest of you that want to learn how to read financial statements, avoid train wreck companies, we're going to have a long and prosperous relationship together as a family on this channel. Bill A says, I agree, precedent matters, but a lot has changed since 2008. Well, Bill A, Wes Christian's got a dozen companies that have hired him. I wish him, honestly, I'm not joking. I wish him the best of luck for all of our sake. But my core belief, Bill A, is that everybody is being taken for a ride. Everybody being, everybody in retail is being taken for a ride. Most of these penny stock companies that are alleging shorts, let me drop another bomb on you. Boy, we got a lot of bomb dropping going on tonight. You dropped a bomb on me, baby. Ooh, you dropped a bomb on me. What do you think the collateral is required to short a 50-cent stock? All these companies saying we're being targeted by shorts. What do you think the collateral is required to short a $1 stock? Maybe one day I'll do a video on this, but once again, they'll say Tony hates retail. If I provided you the FINRA rule and showed you in black and white exactly what I'm saying, they'd still say I'm a shill paid by a hedge fund. How dare he read a regulation? If a stock is under $2.50, guys, to short it, if it's a 10-cent stock, if you think Mullen was being shorted at 10 cents, I got some comeuppance for you. The regulations state that the collateral for shorting a 10-cent stock is still $2.50 a share. Would you short a 10-cent stock if you had to tie up $2.50 a share? If you wanted to short 1 million shares, would you tie up that capital? Fuck no. There's no shorts in a 10-cent short. They don't fucking care. It's being sold off because it's a train wreck. If you want to know the FINRA rule, if you want to see it in black and white, I'll make the video for you. $2.50 is the minimum collateral requirement by regulation for any stock under $2.50. So all these pumpers on Twitter telling you, oh, BBIG, It's being it got heavily shorted today. No, it fucking didn't. Got sold off today. Got sold off by the pump and dumpers that tricked you into it last week. And you're bag holding because you got tricked. All right. Let's have some fun. Let's finish off this Redhead. That's pretty damn good. Not gonna lie. Doc Zeno says the DTCC is practically untouchable. So is FINRA, unfortunately. Although I'm carefully watching what happens with FINRA and MMTLP. Doc Zeno, I just want to say, if you're still here. Oh, by the way, he says martini number 4, Grey Goose. So dry it's dying of thirst. I like the way you roll, Doc Zeno. I like a little Grey Goose or maybe some Absolute with a twist. What was I going to say? Doc Zeno. Oh, you taught me a new word on Twitter today. Can you drop the it was about a 20-letter word in the chat, and I'm going to give you props, Doc Zeno. I like learning new words. There's not many I haven't heard. I mean, unless they're specific to legal or medical, words obviously that I'm not going to be immediately familiar with. Although most legal and medical words I can figure out because I took 4 years of Latin and 3 years of Greek 30 years ago. Doc Zeno dropped a great word on Twitter. Is it synodoke? Is it a hard? I'm thinking synodoke is the word. How you pronounce it? Some people would say synodouche, but I don't think it's synodouche. All right. Who's ready to give the blonde a roll in the hay? Baby, you ready? She said yes. All right. What do we have next? Southern Star Bombshell Blonde. Southern Star Brewing Company. Not a sponsored event. This is just me buying some Texas beers, having some fun with you guys on a Saturday night. American Blonde Ale. Do they have any special words for us? Nope. Look what she's riding. She's riding. Who was it that rode that missile into the ground? What fucking movie was that? Yeehaw! He rode that fucking missile into the ground. Black and white movie back in the 70s, maybe. She's riding a missile with the Texas flag on it. Alcohol by volume 5.4. Did I study Attic, Greek, or I don't even know what that other word is, coin. I studied the Doc Zeno. it was the ancient Greek. So when we walked into the class, Doc, I took 3 years of Greek, 4 years of Latin, both taught by the same teacher. And her method of teaching was a little bit different because it was a prep school. We didn't learn conjugation or any of that shit. She's like, okay, depending on the class, right? Here's the Iliad, here's the Aeneid, here's the Odyssey. You go by the book and we're going to start reading in the native language. And that's how we learned. We just started reading. So ancient Greek is what I learned. And then of course all the derivative conjugations that come off of that. We had a Greek book, but we didn't spend most of the class reading the book. It was ancillary information. Dr. Strangelove, Anya, thank you. And it was a bomb, yes. Funny story for those of y'all that hadn't heard it. I was out of state when I came to UT Austin, and my Latin and Greek teacher was a UT Austin graduate from decades before. She was old as dirt back then. God bless her soul. She used to pick me up at my house 90 minutes before school even started. When we took Greek, I was taking an extra class besides the standard curriculum, and Greek was at like 6 a.m. in the morning. There was only like 5 students stupid enough to do that. I was one of them. She'd pick me up in her VW van, like the ones on Lost with the blue and white, you know, the VW van. She'd pick me up in that fucker so I wouldn't have to walk at 5:30, 6 a.m. to school in the cold. I only lived about 2 miles away. I mean, I normally walked to school anyways until I was 16. Then I drove my car. But she was the one that got me into UT Austin with a scholarship because I said, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I said I was going to be a Latin studies student. That's how I got into UT Austin with a scholarship. And then as soon as I got there, I switched. First, I was a government because I thought I was going to go into politics, and I realized I ain't friendly enough to be in politics. And I can't lie. I can't look you in the eye and lie. So I did that a semester. Then I was like, all right, well, I really like engineering, and you can make a lot of money being an engineer. So let me do that. And then I got into calculus, physics, and chemistry. And I was like, holy fuck. This shit hard, bro. Like half the class dropped out in the first 2 weeks. I lasted a semester as an engineering major. I was like, yeah, all right. We need to figure something else out. I like money. What else? I already got a year and a half into liberal arts and engineering. What can I do to salvage this without being here another 2 years? I could switch to the business school, but I may as well just like kick 2 years goodbye. Oh, economics. Economics is a liberal art. I could preserve every class that I took and still graduate. And they had a foundations of business program where I could go to the business school and take all the business classes as my minor: accounting, finance, management, marketing, all that shit. And so I did all that. I got my major in economics, my minor in it was called Foundations of Business, and then I got a special certificate, a specialization in banking. I tell you what, though, senior economics, I don't wish that shit on anybody. You're talking like calculus problems That you would wake up from screaming nightmares of, okay, here's a 50 variable question. Solve. But our exams would be 3 questions. I'm not fucking shitting you. Our final exams would be 3 questions. That's how long it would take to solve a 50 variable equation. Headstock Harem says, I have a minor in economics. I love economics, guys. If you can ever take a macro and microeconomics class, you will be so far ahead of other investors. And if you could follow that up with an accounting class, it'll just learn the basics. You don't need to be an accountant, but as an investor, if you could read a balance sheet, a cash flow statement, and income statement, woo doggy, you're going to be so far ahead of everybody else. Everything starts, you're like in the matrix now, ladies and gents. There are free places on the internet where you can get that shit. YouTube videos, even websites. If you want to go to a community college and like take it slow, that's cool too. Or watch my 3 videos of what you need to know in 5 seconds. I did them about a month ago. It's the least viewed videos on my channel, which I find hilarious. The things that are most critical to you guys and nobody wants to learn how to read a financial statement. 5 fucking seconds. You can figure out if you're getting into a train wreck or a decent company. How many people would have bought AMC at $50 if they read all the warnings in the 10K, 10Qs, or looked at the financials? I don't know. She was an old hippie, 1796. For shizzle. I could definitely see that lady being a hippie. I mean, she went to UT probably in the 60s, and that was big time hippie time. I did not walk to school barefoot, but I did walk to school many times, Anya, in the ice and the snow. Doc Zeno says, TD Ameritrade soon to be Schwab has a good platform for paper trading options. Thank you, Doc Zeno, for answering that question. So does Fidelity Active Pro. By the way, if you're in TD Ameritrade, which I do, I have multiple accounts on many brokers. I haven't logged into my TD Ameritrade account lately because that's where I do most of my GameStop buying, and I sold GameStop at 24 1/4 a couple 2, 3, 4 weeks ago, and I'm waiting to buy GameStop again. So I just haven't logged into that, but they tell me the change is coming. TD Ameritrade's getting bought out by Schwab. That's what I understand. So I guess I need to go set up a Schwab account. Probably haven't had one since the 90s. All right, let's see how this blonde tastes. Oh, she's smooth. Oh man, she's an easy ride. What a way to end a threesome. Just makes you want to cuddle up. I do have some videos. Thank you, Doc Zeno. For basic options traders, I've got a playlist on options. There will be more coming as we have time. I really would just like to see more people watch them because that's like a full day for me to make one of those 5-minute options videos. Gorilla Gardner says, Trey and Matt said fundamentals did matter. They did not matter in 2021. Abso-fucking-lutely. And they never do. They never do matter on a short squeeze play, a momentum trade. You know, I never look at fundamentals or financial statements if I'm going to be in something for 1 hour or a day. Never look at it. I just look at the chart. Is it going up? I'm in. But if you're holding it more than 2 days, you might want to take a peek. Do they have convertibles? Do they have warrants? Is their balance sheet erect? Do they need to dilute? Because you know what's coming. You know what's coming if you bother to spend that 30 minutes looking at that stuff. If you don't know what I'm talking about, watch my tongue-in-cheek comedy video called CEO Handbook. It is comedy. It does poke fun at retail because retail doesn't know this stuff. I'm trying to slap you in the face and wake you up. CEOs are going to fuck you over every time. Get used to it. Expect it. Watch the fucking video. Trust no CEO. $17.96 says, is it just the right amount of twang? I'm going to tell you. She's like butter, Mr. Patriot. There ain't no twang at all on this blonde. That is... Someone said at the beginning of this live stream that the Southern Star Bombshell Blonde was their favorite beer. I can see why. This is a nice beer. I would definitely buy this again. A 6-pack. Pelosi's Baloney says, talked to them yesterday. Schwab already bought them out. Full transition. TD Ameritrade to Schwab by spring 2024. Terms of service won't change. Chart updates in the works. Thank you. Ms. Pelosi. Anya says the move is over Memorial Day weekend. I'm going to log into TD. I was told today in the Discord phone chat that we have that if I logged into TD Ameritrade, they would give me instructions. So I will do that tomorrow. Mañana en la mañana. Mañana por la mañana. Da, 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 da. I forget the words. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Where's my Latinos and Latinas at? What is the hell? What's the name of that song? The words are in the back memory banks. Candace says, I have an E-Trade account. Is it also changing? Have not heard anything about E-Trade changing, Candace. Kevin W. says, CEO is there for the huge pay and for the company first. Yes, the company is an entity, guys. It's a thing. And the fiduciary duty that CEOs have is to the company. I know you guys, some of y'all that hate me for saying that. But the fiduciary duty is to the company to ensure its survival. It wants to live. And you might be collateral damage as a shareholder because the fiduciary duty is to the company. And if the company lives, you live. There is no fiduciary duty to ensure a short squeeze. If you think that, you're kidding yourself and you are going to lose your portfolio. This has been a fine smoke all the way through. Starting to get a little harsh towards the end. We're down to the final 40%. Fred says he just started drinking Yuengling beer about 2 weeks ago, and I like it a lot. Yuengling, that's a Chinese beer, right? If I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure I've had quite a few of those. It is a decent beer. Doc Zeno's, he finished his fourth martini. Now he's cracking open a Beamish Stout. How are you still typing straight, Doc? How many banks go down this week? 1796. I want you guys to be very cautious as we finish out this summer. We're in what, May, June, July, August. As we ease into what's ever happening with the debt ceiling and all of these banks, there is a reason I'm telling you I'm keeping a fair amount of money in cash. Because I don't trust this market. I don't trust the banks. I've lived through many market corrections, and I'd rather err on the side of caution than be fully invested right now. So I'm keeping a percentage of my portfolio in cash ready for a crash. I don't hope for a crash for anybody's sake. It's not going to be pretty. You're not going to like it. It's not going to be over quickly. What is it? This won't be over quickly. You're not going to like it. There's a third thing. What was that movie? Was that Spartans? 300? This won't be over quickly. You won't like it. I feel like there was a third. Anyways, that potential is there. I'm not ignoring it. If we crash, I got cash. If we crash, I got cash. And I will be picking up only blue chip stocks. What is a blue chip stock, Tony? Anything with a chart that goes this way, not that way. Any company that has profits. Your big name companies. Let them get wrecked. They'll be fine in a year or two. That's what you want to buy. All of your money losing companies, anybody that's losing money is going to get obliterated in a market crash. All right, starting to get a little harsh. Started out great. Yuengling is America's oldest brewery. Is that a fact? All right. Now I need to Google it. Yuengling. It says it right on the label. Yuengling, America's oldest brewery. Independently owned and family operated since 1829. Yuengling and Sons was established in 1829, the oldest operating brewery company in the United States. Headquartered in Richard Yuengling was the owner. Founder David Yuengling, headquartered in Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Why did I think that was a Chinese beer? Maybe because Yuengling. Well, live and learn. Not on my regular rotation. I'm sure I've had one. So much I learned from you guys. What is that damn brewery in New Orleans called? I feel like that might be a pretty old brewery too. Is it Abita or Abita? What? It's deep in the memory banks. Davindo Vasher in the house. What's up, amigo? He says, okay, I have to admit the reason I'm here is there was a brunette, a redhead, and a blonde on the thumbnail. Karen is asleep and I got weak. Shh. Hey, Davinda, I'm just going to say, Scarlett. All right, she's still in the other room. She can hear me. Anyways, I love you. The blonde was the best, Davinda. Gorilla says Anita is the name of the brewery in New Orleans. New Orleans Brewery. I'm going to Google it. I've been to New Orleans so many times. I should know by heart. New Orleans Brewery. It is Abita, A-B-I-T-A. I was right. There's three things. Oh, I was just seeing if you were still around. You're hanging up my clothes. God bless you. You are the best. All right. Best wife ever. For once, she says. I don't ever expect her to do my laundry. This is like a rare treat tonight.
Because I work full time. If I was to stay at home mom.
She says because she works full time. That's why I don't expect her to do my laundry. I do my own. She said if she was a stay-at-home mom, she'd do my laundry all the time. All right, we'll see what we can make happen, baby.
Yeah, tell Tony to get get busy, you need to get offline.
She said, hurry up and get offline and give me a baby so I can be a stay-at-home mom and do your laundry. We'll see, baby.
They say, God damn, I'd be getting offline if that was my husband.
There are three things that I remember from New Orleans. Hey, babe, we've been to New Orleans together, right? A beat of beer.
Oh, I found a cat on the sidewalk.
Oh, we did find a cat on the sidewalk, yeah.
That was whenever we were there for this.
We have a picture of that, don't we? Yeah. That's not what I remember about New Orleans, though. That little mall they have by the river, there's like this candy and fudge factory where they make all these fabulous sorts of fudges. And the other thing is the beignet shop. Although I'm going to tell you guys, I'm not a big fan of chicory beer. Like, why the hell is chicory beer even a thing? Is that because they couldn't afford coffee beans? That stuff, first of all, that stuff's nasty. Beignets they're kind of funny. You know, you're like, get a plate of beignets and you like start speaking a bunch of P words in front of your friends. Blow all that powdered sugar in their face. But I ain't about waiting in that damn line for no beignets and chicory coffee. I'll go to like some off the main square place if I feel like having a beignet. Don't go in that tourist trap shit. Loose Tit says, what is chicory beer? Chicory is, I don't know if it's a root or a bark or something. You guys have to look it up. Chicory. But they brew this shit. I feel like it's the bark of a tree. They brew this. This is my third beer. I'm not doing any shots now.
About to have my second.
All right. We'll be wrapping up when I finish this blonde. When I finish off this blonde, baby, I'll be wrapping it up. No comment. I feel like, you know, they brew that chicory shit. Yeah, baby.
I can't hear you because I'm sitting around.
I said as soon as I finish off this blonde, I'll be ready to come to the bedroom. She said, "I kill that bitch, Devunda."
I'm kidding, but I'm not.
I'm sure they can probably hear you. She says, "I'm kidding, but I'm not kidding."
I had one drink, but I'm hyper right now.
All right. What time you got to go to work in the morning?
Oh, Tony, you know I gotta leave the house at 4:20.
4:20 fucking a.m., baby. It's almost midnight.
Oh, I've been doing laundry. I haven't even looked at.
It's amazing how time flies when you're doing laundry, huh? All right. I'll see you in a few minutes. No, not 2 hours. She's in a rare good mood, ladies and gentlemen. God bless. So anyways, yeah, chicory coffee. Chicory coffee. It's not made out of coffee beans. It's made out of some fucking brewed tree bark. It tastes weird. I don't know if it has caffeine or not. Just not a big fan. But I do love me some New Orleans. I lived for a year in Biloxi, and we'd go party in New Orleans as many weekends as we could. And before Austin blew up, Austin being where I lived for the last 30 years, before Austin blew up and became a real metropolis, New Orleans was always a favorite food vacation. I'd either go to New Orleans or Vegas for my food vacations. Just can't go wrong with either one. Charbroiled oysters, crawfish. Woo! Oysters on the half shell. Bars open 24 hours. The amount of shit that you see on a random weekend. I was in New Orleans in the summer, not even Mardi Gras. And because if I just had a free weekend, look, I've worked for myself for a long time before I met Scarlett. If I had a free weekend, I'd just get in the car and drive to New Orleans, find a hotel when I get there. I was at a bar like on a Wednesday night. There was this guy drunk off his ass. Who knows even what time it was, 2, 3, 4 in the morning. I walked up to the bar, ordered a beer or whatever the fuck I ordered. And there was a DJ and people dancing on the floor and a guy standing next to me at the bar. And that dude just straight up planked it. He planked. Blood starts pouring out of his head. Ambulance. Like, bro, it's Wednesday night, Tuesday, Monday, whatever the fuck it was. It's not Mardi Gras. What the fuck are you doing? Beads and boobs, Carl J. Yeah, I've been to many a Mardi Gras. I've been to so many Mardi Gras, I don't know if I ever really care to go back. I'm just at my age, like I'm pushing 99, guys. I really don't know if I'm really that into the crowds. Beads and boobs, like you can go to the French Quarter and get that without standing in line on Canal Street or where the fuck it is where they have the parades. All right. This is done. That was good. Doumet Cigars. Doumitt. Good shit. Headstock Harem says a buddy of mine just got back from Nolans. Devinda says Karen said you just said Karen's asleep, Devinda, so I don't believe you. If he doesn't do a shot with me, he's a puss. You're a liar, Devinda. What are Dragon's oysters? His name is Nola. Dragon's oysters. That rings a bell. I know that the char grilled oysters, they're like char grilled in butter with what do they have on top of them? Parmesan. That platter comes out sizzling. Scarlett hates seafood, which is why I barely can't take her to New Orleans in the first place. Ah, you're getting oysters? Yeah. Do you guys have chicken strips? She can do some boneless chicken strips. Mike says Scarlett wants to celebrate Mother's Day next year. That would be her dream come true, Mike. Fred says, Tony, I started watching you about 6 months ago. God bless you, Fred, for sticking around this long. Good Lord. This is a difficult channel to watch, my friend. Thank you. Oh, Drago's the restaurant. Yes, I have been to Drago's. I've been to all of the restaurants. Drago's, what else? Mother's, Brennan's. What is it? I want to say Two Sisters, Two Court, something. What the fuck? Can't remember it. Anyways, our favorite trick was showing up right before brunch was ending. They have these all-day brunches on the weekends where you can show up and stay as long as you want for one price. And we'd make it like into a 4-hour ordeal. So we'd get the breakfast brunch, and then they'd switch out the buffet to the lunch brunch. And we'd be fucking ordering pitchers of mimosas, and we'd spend like 4 hours there. And then we wouldn't eat till 3 a.m. We'd go get a slice of pizza on Bourbon Street. Court of Two Sisters, that's the name of it. Drago's, Brennan's. My son loved Brennan's, the Bananas Foster. I took him to New Orleans. We did a cruise out of New Orleans. And we went to some hamburger place. These massive half-pound, 1-pound hamburgers on the over in the 9th Ward, somewhere over there on the very far east side. Forget the name of the place. He ate the whole goddamn thing. He was probably 14 at the time. I couldn't even finish that damn bitch. He ate all the burger and the fries. Someone in New Orleans, tell me the name of that goddamn burger place. It's world famous for their massive it's a very humble little place, a dive. Some of the best hamburger places you ever been to are dive restaurants. Acme, yes. There's always a line at Acme Oyster House. That's like one of our regular stops. Anya says, I remember the hurricanes. What is the place right in the middle of the French Quarter? We would always start off with 2 hurricanes when I was younger. When I lived in Biloxi, the first place Pat O'Brien's. We'd go to Pat O'Brien's stat as soon as we got there, order 2 hurricanes. We would get fucked up out of our minds and then stumble around the rest of the night ordering whatever else. Frozen daiquiris, beers, absinthe drinks. But good Lord, ladies and gentlemen, if you get 2 hurricanes at Pat O'Brien's and slam those in about an hour, I say good luck to you. Carl J says, spent a week in New Orleans fishing by day, partying by night, toast by the third day. Yeah. When I went with Scarlett, we went there. I had free hotel room at Harrah's Casino. I think I probably had points that I won in Vegas. So we went down there just for a food vacation and a little gambling at Harrah's. And we were pretty much toast, Carl, by 7 p.m. And then we'd wake up at like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. She's like, let's go back down there. I'm like, holy shit. This girl is unstoppable. I was like, I don't know. 3 a.m. I'd rather just keep sleeping and start the day fresh at 9 a.m. Not like when I was in my 20s. Gorilla Gardener says, have you ever looked into Boca Chica, Texas real estate? I have not. I don't even know where Boca Chica is. Davina says, can we go on a New Orleans crawl just before a New Orleans cruise? Absolutely. I would love to. Was it King Nola or Fat Burgers? Fat Burgers rings a bell. Let me look it up. It was not a chain. Fat Burgers looks like a chain, right? It wasn't a chain. Not Fat Burgers. Best Burger, New Orleans. Google. Port of Call was the name of it. That's on Esplanade. Yeah, that's like in the east side of New Orleans. That was it. Port of Call. You want to see a picture? Top left monitor. Look at that fucking burger. Oh, it wasn't a fries that we had. It was a burger and a baked potato. Look at that shit, man. Very humble outside. Highly recommend it. A badass burger. Is he looking at the upper monitors, Davinda, are up here? I got the camera like right at my eye level, but I got 2 monitors here and 2 up there. It was either put them up there or like way over there. I could have 4 side by side, I guess. One day I'll get fancy and like have a full wraparound monitor, but these 4 work good for what I got now. It's better. When I started 2 years ago, I had 1 fucking monitor to do all this shit. Boca Chica is where SpaceX has their launch pad. All right. Boca. That is a funny name. Do you know what Boca Chica means? Oh, that's down by Matamoros. I've been down that way to Matamoros. Back when we used to go to Matamoros, gringos were getting killed. back in the late 80s, early 90s, there were gringos getting killed in Matamoros, Port Isabel, South Padre Island. That's where everybody in Texas goes for spring break. Davinda says, I want to see your workstation. I've posted pictures of it, Davinda. Let me see if I have the app on my phone. Screen link. Let's see if this works. Screen link would like to live stream to Screen link. All right, let's try that. Start. Oh, hit the start button. Broadcast screen and microphone. Broadcast screen only. Let's see if it's working now. We tried this once and it worked. Maybe because I changed my network. Settings. I'll figure it out one time when we're not live. Network setup. Let's check that. Connect your computer via Ethernet cable for best performance. All right, it's connected. Have you tried turning it off and then turning it back on? In broadcasting. Network setup. Connect your computer via, it's connected via Ethernet. Swipe up from the bottom edge of the screen to open Control Center. Find the screen recording button. Let's try that. Yeah, baby. Come help you what? Finish doing laundry?
Like just
All right, we're about to wrap it up, baby.
like browsing.
Okay. All right. 5 minutes. Screen link don't want to work. All right, guys, we're going to wrap it up here in a couple minutes. If you got any last minute questions, Scarlett is requesting my presence. We got, we're about halfway done with this blonde. Screen link, camera. No, we don't want to see. We don't want to see my face. Screen link would like to live stream to your screen link. Devinda says, what about whiskey dick? Not a problem, my friend. I married young, Devinda. Kevin says, I won't even take an Advil for a headache or go to a doctor that gets paid to give bad news. Let me search for screen link on my computer. Screen link. Troubleshoot that offline. Wait, what is this? No. Steven says, how much of a profit are we looking at for Q2 if we hit 10 billion box office? Steven, All right, final question. What do you think the Q2 domestic box office will be? While you're answering that question, I'll pull up the model prediction spreadsheet. Let me bring it down here so I don't look like I'm looking at God. We can hide these. I roughly estimated Q2. This is optimistic estimation at 3.3 billion. That would give us, we're going to end this on a high note, guys. $186 million in the bank net profit. Net profit of 13 cents per share. Okay? If Q2 domestic box office, not counting popcorn, nothing else, is 3.3 billion. What if it's just 2.8 billion? That would give us $88 million net profit, 6 cents earnings per share. It's not bad. 2.7 billion, you say. What if it's 2.7 billion domestic box office? 1 billion more than the quarter we just finished. 5 cents per share. And I thought that we had said previously 2.725 was what we needed. Let's see what we need to get break even. 2500. 2400. Oops. No. I think because I made some adjustments to the formulas, the numbers have changed. 2.325. How about that? 2325. 2325, 2.3 billion gets us to break even. Now, when I look back at Q2 2022, we had 2.3 billion and we lost 24 cents. So what is different here? 697 versus 651, 1248 versus 1166. Cost of revenue 1,000. That's all about the same. What is different here? What is different? Oh, we had other expense back in 2022 of negative 43 million. That's what hurt us. So I would need to go back and look at this quarter right here and see what this was. Why do we have a other expense? So, you know, this will get you in the ballpark, but I am fairly confident at 2.7 billion, we're going to be in the green. 2.7 billion domestic box office. Where are we at, you say? Where are we at? Thenumbers.com. Now let's look at Box Office Mojo. We are at 1.16. We're halfway through this quarter. We're only at 1.16. So we need Guardians and Little Mermaid and some of these other movies to really perform well in the next 6 weeks. What do we got coming up? All right, Fast and the Furious, May 19th. Could that be a $1 billion movie? We got that. Little Mermaid, May 26th. Boom, boom. Boom, boom candles. Spider-Man, Across the Spider-Verse. June 2nd, still in the same quarter. Indiana Jones, June 4th. I'm feeling pretty confident we can get another $1 billion in 6 weeks. Transformers, June 9th. Boom, 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 boom. Go see a movie. Guys, look. Buying stock right now, you probably got enough in the last 2 years. Every dollar you spend on those overpriced concessions is like a 70% profit margin. What is it? It is 72% profit margin. 82%. 82% profit margin. Buy a ticket, but more importantly, buy some goddamn concessions. You buying popcorn at Walmart, that's all well and good. You buying pay-per-view on the AMC app, all well and good. But concessions is 82% of every dollar you spend goes right to the fucking bottom line on the income statement. You want to see some boom boom candles on earnings per share? Buy some fucking concessions. Movies, we keep half. Concessions, AMC keeps 82%. That's why I spend a ridiculous amount of money on concessions. That will be my meal for the day when I go to a movie. The more important than buying the stock right now, because it's manipulated. There's synthetics. There's shorts, yada, yada, yada. Let's blow up this fucking income statement. We can do it. We can have a good Q2. Soul Seeker says, better than concessions, get some drinks at the bar. Yeah. Food and beverage. I just lump it all together like AMC does. In general, food, beverage, Cokes, beers, whatever. 82, 81, 82% goes straight to the fucking income statement. Popcorn at AMC theaters, 82%. You buy it at Walmart, 25%. That helps. No disrespect. I buy my fair share of bagged and microwave popcorn, but in the theater, man, boo, concessions is where it's at. What profit does AMC make on a $1 billion movie? I don't know that I broke it down, but look, when we say $1 billion domestic worldwide, if we say $1 billion worldwide, first of all, $1 billion worldwide, a little less talk and a lot more dancing. What, you want to go dancing? All right. I'm being called out, guys. That's a topic for another day. $1 billion worldwide box office. Look, 25% of that goes international, 30%. We don't have theaters in every international market like Asia. We've got UK, Germany, France. So the bulk of our profits come from domestic. So that's what I'm looking at. What was the domestic box office? All right. She's got to get up at 4 a.m. and I need to go. Guys, you have been an absolute pleasure tonight. Thank you for letting me have fun with you. Hopefully you had a little bit of fun. Thank you for keeping it drama-free. We didn't have to boot nobody tonight. We didn't even have to mute anybody tonight. Well, I've got thousands muted and blocked. That might have something to do with it. To all of you that are the real, those of you that like reading financial statements, or even if you don't like reading them, you like hanging out with a dude that does like reading them, cheers to you. We're going to go far. We're going to make money. To everybody else that thinks Mullen's a great deal because it was 10 cents and that's where you stopped looking, I say God bless, Godspeed. We won't be seeing you in 2 years. But it's been nice knowing you. And I'm sorry I had to block you. Peace out, fam. We'll see you on the next one. Hopefully tomorrow night.
So you wanna go to war with me? You're talking like you think you're royalty. You think that I'm afraid?